YouTube, hello. Okay, so not in the gym, not in the flat. Just said I'd take you through just the first little bit of my routine in the morning, okay? And it's nothing groundbreaking, okay? Every morning, or the current routine now is get up 2 rounds of posing. That's obviously for visual monitoring, but also it's output too. It's an increased output since the last check-in. I come to my favourite coffee place, Black Sheep. You can't see the label on the mug, but absolutely love it here. When you come in, it's not open very long, there's no one here. I bang up some trial reels because some of them flop, some of them do alright. Get some kind of more people onto my Instagram page. There's usually pretty informative content on them, and if they pop up on your page, there's always a little bit of an offer, like 50% off training plans or whatever. So if you can go find them and you DM me on Instagram, you can get 50% off training plans and you get a month of form feedback. It's actually ridiculous value, okay? Because you not only get a brilliant training plan tailored to you, but you also get kind of a taste of the coaching process as well. So it's really low entry, but if you're like, look, I really like how this guy does things, I can sign up for full coaching, you have your training plan made, and I can have you set up on your meal plan, and you then start the check-in process, and it's a really good thing. So come here, get my coffee, music on, lip pillows in, and get caffeinated, nicotinated, and then post on Instagram and just kind of chill. And I really like this quiet time. First thing in the morning, just me doing what I enjoy doing. It was the exact same last prep. Do my check-in videos, edit them, post on Instagram, and it's just very enjoyable for me. It's one of those weird things on prep that you start to kind of, that bit of autism kicks in where you're like, well, my morning hasn't started if I've not gone and got my coffee and done my bit of posts and listened to music and had my time before going back for meal one. So routine is everything. That's part of my routine. Obviously took my Clen, my T4, my injectable L-carnitine. I get back, have my first meal, have a consult call at 10, and then it's usually then time to do some check-ins. I have about 5 check-ins to do, and then from there it'll be time for the pre-workout meal where I eat, you know the drill, bit of YouTube, then get the pre-workout and intro together, Motzi injected, which I'm really liking Motzi, to be honest. I'm glad I put it in when I could notice the effects of it. It's made quite a difference to my sessions. Don't take it on rest days because I don't notice much of a difference for rest days, but I recommend it to anyone who's enhanced and wants that little bit of an edge on training, but it's not the be all and end all, but it does help a nice bit. Get to Joe's, have prees, and then you'll see me in the gym for legs. We've made it to the gym, in for pull. So this is a session that hasn't made the YouTube video yet. I did get one person ask me to do it, and I'm not gonna say like, oh, loads of people have been asking me to film a pull session. Just one person, but he might not be the only person thinking that. So if you're watching this, you're welcome. So session as follows, bit of a priming work, so just a cuff pullover, then I do some pull-ups because I'm hybrid bra. Then we have, what do we have? I believe it's a single arm pull down. I can't even remember, to be honest. I'm going to put the workout on the screen. I always go blank when I'm doing this part of the session, but it's pretty even with lats and back, lats and upper back. And then I have biceps before I actually get into the back work. So yeah, it is a pull, a seated row, a pull down, upper back row, then upper back pull down, rear delts and biceps. I'm going to take you through it and give you some helpful tips and tricks, so you're going to have massive lats.
So not going to failure here. This has been at 9 or 10 reps since the start of prep. So despite body weight come down, it is just blood into the lats, get the back warm after the pullovers. The pullovers, you want a pretty kind of neutral chest position. You're thinking about scraping your arms out in front of you until you get that bit of shoulder extension. Don't let your shoulders roll in, keep them coming forward and up. And then you want to not even think about your hands. You want to think elbows down towards the base of your lats. Here, I'm just treating it like a pull down. Nice and strict, chest up, pull my chest through to the bar. 1-2 reps in reserve, sorted. For the bicep exercise, lying bicep curl, short and biased, dishonest bicep curls. I think I've covered this in a previous video, and this is about the pull day, so watch it, replicate it. I'm not going to talk too much about it. So lat row, first set done. Right, this is going to be that kind of lower lat kind of dominant exercise. Putting it first because it is on a cable and it's going to be quite hard to contract. So putting that late in a session, you're not going to get as much out of it. What I want you to really pay attention to is my torso positioning, my hips under, not out. As soon as they're out, you're in this position, more likely to make it an upper back movement. You want that chest somewhat down. Don't limit shoulder movement. You want your shoulder to come forward. Get that stretch on the lat. Create distance between the insertion and the origin on your spine. So insertion is about where kind of the top of your tricep is, but origin's on your spine. But when I pull back, you'll see my forearm is in line with the cable the whole way, and my arm never closes more than that 90 degrees, okay? Because when you get too much elbow flexion, you're using bicep to move it. You want that a straight line from your elbow all the way to the cable, okay? So that it's as much just upper arm moving that as possible, not your bicep. When you're pulling back, you want to think about dragging your elbow down into the base of your spine and around, not just back, okay? And make sure it's in close to your body. Where your elbow ends up is the part of your lat you're going to train. Don't let your shoulder roll in. It should only stretch forward until it can't. And also, when you're pulling back and down, if you do that effectively, you won't be able to get your elbow back very far. If your elbow comes back beyond your body, leverage of the lat is gone, it's on the rear delt. So you'll see the range of motion is not very long, but this is pretty much a textbook version of what you want to be doing for that lower lat. Single arm lat pull down now. So there's going to be some carryover here to the row, but obviously this is more shoulder extension. So you still don't want to be leaning back here, or else it's just the same as a row. You want that chest kind of down, the work inside hip away, so that when you're in the stretch, you have as much distance between that insertion and origin as possible. You initiate with your elbow down, okay? The weight is too heavy. If when you're pulling the weight down, your shoulder rolls over, because that's going to be trapped mainly. and we obviously don't want to be lifting the weight with our traps. Same thing, drive that elbow right down. If you're driving it back, that's going to be rear delt. Range of motion is not going to be crazy. Once that elbow's down and you can't get down anymore, you're done. Elbow close to the body, that's basically it, okay? Don't limit movement to the shoulder. You want that bit of a stretch forward, some elevation, but you don't want your shoulder to roll in, because if your shoulder rolls in, you're off the lat. So feel that stretch into the base of your spine. And, luckily we have the Prime kit here, so we can adjust resistance profiles as the session goes on. But if you don't have it, a pull down on a cable single arm is completely fine. Very, very effective still. First upper back movement of the session. So you see we start off with lats, 2 lat exercises, because that is our priority. Your upper back is going to grow from pretty much anything you do. Lats need that specificity, whereas here we have our upper back row, where the main focus here honestly is moving as much load as we can through a full range motion, right? So on this and any kind of upper back row where you're trying to hit that top line, you want your hips far in under the pad. Set yourself so that when you pull back with the handles, again, forearm is straight in line with the handle. Not here, not down there, straight in line. So we're strongest in straight lines, okay? You want that protraction and retraction, right? But when you're protracting, your arms are obviously straight. When you're retracting, you want a fluid motion with your arms out and back. It's not retract, then pull, because once you've retracted, that musculature is already contracted, and you can't contract a muscle that's already contracted. So it's a fluid motion. Keep your chest proud with your shoulder blades moving around the chest. Don't let it collapse. Don't pull it back off the pad. In place, shoulder blades move about the rib cage. That means you're going through that range, actually stretching and contracting the muscle fibers, not using your body to move the weight. Load it up, get strong as fuck, your upper back and traps will grow.
Yep. Come on. Put away.
Yeah. Retractions here, so you want to think about allowing your shoulders to protract around the pad, and then you can even have a little bit of spinal extension as you come back. So a little bit of spinal flexion in the protraction, a little bit of spinal extension in the retraction, all kind of functions of the mid to upper back, but thinking about almost elevating as well as you shrug back, think about getting your traps to the base of your skull. It is a horizontal movement, but the way the machine moves, you can get that bit of elevation too to hit the traps on that kind of upper part. But this is mainly going to be to build that mid-back thickness that is going to be pretty fresh after all of your upper back work. So hitting it directly, you just cook it off. That's it. Sauteed on the pan, cook it off. Nah, it's to then actually have that all taxed, all challenged, maximum development, and the complete back. Let's hope, anyway. Back on the prime pull down. Yeah, mic's on. So obviously this is bilateral and for upper back. Some of you might be like, what is the difference between this and the upper back row? Probably not a lot, if I'm honest. But the arm path is slightly different. The feel is different. The loading profile is different. It's very kind of stretch bias here. Not looking to really get this short as such. This is just that last exercise that's going to hit that upper back and rear delts. And when you fail on something this length and bias, and you're failing basically mid-range, you've fully cooked your back at this point. So now I have biceps and a bit of rear delts, and I'm done. Well, a bit of posing to do, but it's been an enjoyable session. Feel strong overall. Definitely reaping the benefits of the MOTC. At this point in the session, I'm usually flagging, but to be honest, it just makes me feel like I can go and go and go. Post set, you feel similar to what you normally would. Start your next set, and it's almost like you haven't even done a set before it. And it does allow me to accumulate an extra rep here and there, or at least get a little bit more quality towards the end of every set, because I have that bit more in the tank. So mitochondrial efficiency, bro. That's easy for me to say. Enough waffling. Bit of biceps, bit of rear delts, posing, and then I'm out of here.
Yeah, I'm riding high, the clouds in my way. Money on my mind, stack it up every day. Got the world in my hands, never gonna sway. Living for the night till we see the sunrise. But yeah, I'm riding high, the clouds in my way. Money on my mind, stack it up every day. Got the world in my hands, never gonna sway. Living for the night till we see the sunrise.
Looking over your crib, private jet, I did. That ghetto girl, we swerve, talking shit like an admin. I'm popping very few flicks, how y'all trees, where my boys. Gotta tell shit for touring. I know you barely what I'm touring. Like Andre, I swear that on my front.
A relatively new addition for me, but obviously quite an old school movement. I just wanted to hit the biceps a bit differently, but in the range that I wanted to. So this is very difficult in that mid to lengthened range, whereas I've already really taxed the short. So I want to get the last bit of that contractile range taxed. And this just feels great. Notice how I'm not trying to really close the angle there, because there's no benefit there on this. It completely drops off. So I'm really working in that lengthened to mid-range, getting everything out of it until I can't really move the dumbbell, and that's it. So just make sure that alignment from the shoulder to the elbow to the wrist is in place. Slight supination throughout, and you're golden. basically the penultimate exercise here. I will do some reverse curls after, get a bit more of an arm pump before posing, but main cues here is going to be pretty much a locked in place scapula, but don't worry about that too much. You want your hands slightly above or in your eye level. Take a pretty straight arm as well. You want to think about all the pressure onto the outside of your hand, okay? And imagine whether at the eccentric or the concentric, you're scraping your knuckles along the wall in front of you, and the same on the eccentric. The goal is out to the sides, not back, okay? When you can't go out to the side anymore, it's done, okay? Keep persisting out to the side until it stops to feel a bit of a contraction, and then aim to hold that contraction for the entire eccentric. When you get into the stretch, then pause a sec, feel that stretch on the rear delt, then initiate the movement. Always scraping the wall in front of you. And that's pretty much it. Glad I'm covered up for this one, because if there's any movement that makes you look like a dweeb when you're doing it, it's rear delt flies. And that's a wrap, boys and girl. Plural is probably a stretch. Reverse curls done. Grow that forearm a little bit. Wasn't blessed with them. But yeah, gonna do a bit of posing, and that's essentially it. I'm gonna close it out here, okay? Video finished. Pull day, useful tips. Like, comment, share and subscribe. And if you've got this far, comment lats, okay? And you'll win absolutely nothing.